Why such hatred towards me? Chris, do you victim very often? Because you got the victim part down pretty good. Let me tell you what happened here. Dude ordered a gray visor cover. We have made all the visor covers except for gray and gray black. Dude ordered in July. It says 8 to 12 weeks to delivery. We're right about 14 right now. There's about a dozen dudes that have gray visor covers open right now. They're cut. We just had hundreds of visor covers that we made. We took and built the batches that had the biggest numbers on them first. This guy is the dude having the issue with this. Out of all those hundreds of people, a lot of these visor covers were way beyond. There's just shit going on right now, guys. Everything is delayed. Everything's happening. We're building as much stuff as we can. We show it every night on live feed. So this dude ordered, and a few days after ordering, sent an email saying, hey, how's my order going? And I said, hey, gray visor covers are in line to be cut. And then a couple of weeks later, he sent another email, hey, how's my visor cover going? And I replied the same day, within an hour, hey, visor covers are now cut. They're in line to be sewn. So then, a couple days ago, he came back with any ship date. Going on 14 weeks this coming Wednesday. Your website said 8 to 12 weeks. Here's where he totally shit the bed. Had he just left it at that, he would have got a reply, hey, these things are cut. They should be out anytime, week or so. We just built a bunch of them. Jump on our live feed at 9 o'clock that I do on Facebook every night. I walk around, you will see them, we can discuss them, I can give you other options that'll ship faster, other colors. Instead, he had to go just a little bit further and include these words right here. Your website states 8 to 12 weeks. I am not happy. This might be the last time I place an order. A shame too, as this is my first purchase by word of mouth. My brother recommended you to me. Not very impressed thus far. We're fucking done doing business. This is always the dude, after he gets his product, he's gonna go out on any threads, he's gonna post up on forums how long it took and it's a mediocre product or whatever. That's how these guys always are. So I would rather just kill them. I would rather him not have our product. I would rather sell his product, his items, to somebody else. These are always the dudes. You can see them at any customer service desk complaining and berating a little girl for some Chinese shit or whatever he bought that he's not happy about. You see it a lot in chain restaurants. They eat the meal, then they complain to the manager that the steak wasn't how they wanted it. They're looking for free dessert. They're looking for a voucher. Corporate policy, quiet him down, appease him, give him some free shit, reward him for his behavior. That's not going to work here with my company. I'll go out of business before we deal with that. As soon as you start that bitch shit, we are done here. That does a couple of things. It frees up my capacity for better customers. We have more customers than we have product. It also bogs down anybody that perceives to be a customer, a competitor of ours. We make a visor cover. His only option is to buy one from somebody else. Any visor cover he can find, number one, you're not going to find a gray one. Number two, it's half the product. When I say half the product, I don't mean half is good. I mean literally it's half the product. Go search this. Go look for yourselves. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I replied to him. I said, you're correct about one thing here. This is the last fucking time you'll place an order here. And that's not your decision, you little cunt. You're fired as a customer. This all went down at 9:47 p.m. He emailed at 8:44 p.m. at 9:47. So I was on live feed when this all happened on Facebook. When I got off, I saw the email, replied to him. I said, you are fired as a customer. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. Promptly fuck off. Make sure you spell my name correctly while you are feverishly telling people your story. Make sure you post all the emails. So the next day, he had seen this and he came back with this. Wow, not the reply I was expecting. No, it's not what you were expecting. You were hoping for an apology. Let me stop what I'm doing on the weekend and I'll build your shit right now for you. And as a matter of fact, let me just give it to you for free. Because people like you, this isn't your first time. You're used to doing this shit. Had you not done it in the past, you wouldn't do it now. You're doing it because you expect to be rewarded in some manner for it. I was not disrespectful to you. You weren't disrespectful. Why such hatred towards me? I'm a new customer looking for a product I ordered. Your website said 8 to 12 weeks. I was going to buy 3 more if your reply was going to be positive. Definitely not the response. So you sent that thinking you might get a shitty reply back, and you just did it as a test to buy 3 more items to make 4. Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. I would rather go out of business than to do business with you and have you have my product. Believe me. Look at it, man. You've had 32 years to buy these things. We make these things pretty frequently. We've made them forever. The first visor cover I made was in the 90s. So, I replied to him. I said, you shit the bed right here. Go tell your brother what a little bitch you are. Because he's yipping and telling his story, but he's going to leave that piece out. That's why I make these videos, because sooner or later it pops up, and the other side of it, we oftentimes hear back from the brother or whoever it is. He's like, yeah, that's not the story that I heard. I'm not happy. This might be my last time I order. A shame too. Blah, 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 blah. So I replied, you're not happy? Well, go get fucking happy. A shame? Look in the mirror. Not very impressed? I promise you that with that attitude, nobody in your life is impressed. This might be the last time I place any orders. You at least got one thing right in this entire email. You will never place another order with my company. So, that's the deal. We make visor covers. They're online at S.O.E Tactical Gear. You can see them. You can jump on a live feed video. Almost every single night I do a video at 9 o'clock on Facebook. We can talk about whatever you want. We can talk about business principles. We can talk about manufacturing. We can talk about current events. And we walk around the shop and I show you the product we have, and then we go out to the S.O.E floor and I show you the product that's over there, and then we look at all the orders that are cut and in line. So if you're new here and you're like, man, this guy's an asshole, stick around. There's some videos I say some shit you probably will like. If you love this video, stick around. I probably say some shit you won't like, but at the end of the day, you'll know exactly what I thought. And I say this, if you're not familiar with who I am, I started this company 32 years ago. I'm still in business. There's a reason why. A lot of dudes doing a lot of different things, they failed, or they got bored, or they went out of business. There's a reason we're still here 32 years ago. And there's a reason why I can say shit, I can tell it like it is, where other guys are still bending over backwards trying to keep every single customer. 10% of your customers eat up 80% of your time. 10% of your customers are 80% of your problems. When I fire those guys, they go to the competitor or whoever perceives to be my competitor. Those guys, when they pick up the phone or they send the email, they're like, I tried to order a visor cover from S.O.E, and that John Willis guy, he was a real asshole. So I should have came to you the first time. I didn't want that garbage anyways. That's what they always say. That other customer, that other company, usually one guy in his mom's basement somewhere, he's going to bend over backwards trying to take care of this guy. And he's going to push other customers to the side. That's okay. We'll ship to those customers, the easy customers. Think about that. Leave some comments. Let's have a conversation.